What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Fans Hobby Cap, their version of a Junior Headmaster cab. Or if you're in the Western world and you watch the dubbed version, they called him Hosehead. So this is the next in the line of Junior Headmasters that we've been getting from the Fans Hobby. And kind of cool looking little truck. We'll take a look at the comparison a little bit later. But he is like a chibi style fire truck, kind of the same size as the other vehicles. I'm not sure if he appeared as a chibi vehicle in the show or not. I've actually had a hard time finding the image from the show in his truck mode. But if I find one, I'll put it up there so you can take a look. Now, he does come with a collector's card here. So it does say Cap. There's his tech specs. No bio on this one. You also get a sticker sheet. Now, they've all come with sticker sheets. I tend to put the more detailed ones, but the ones that are just more for vehicle mode, these are not mine, these are G Tony's, so whatever stickers he wants, I put them on. But it definitely adds to the look, so when we get to robot mode, I will put some of these on. I just wanted to show you without the stickers first. But here is the vehicle mode, really nice looking. The front here is painted red. You got the translucent plastic with the silver behind it. Here's the side, you got painted rims, rubber tires, or rubbery tires. Silver paint here on the side. Nice little detail and molded and sculpted all over. Tail lights here, a little bit of that diamond plate, and then you got some silver here. Pretty nice looking truck. There's the bottom, pretty clean. It does roll really nicely, nice and smooth. They all roll nicely, but this one, no different. Has a lot of features here, so number one, you can take the ladder, of course, and it will extend. So it does articulate all the way, but it's a pretty nice long ladder, and then you can articulate the hose or the nozzle at the end here, so that's pretty cool. If you lift this up, there is a storage space for the gun. So let's just get that gun out of there, and you can see there's a little tab spot. So if you don't have that in there, it's kind of hollow, but I don't see any other place to put it, so that's where we'll leave the gun. And you also get a storage space back here, and that is for the helmet, which goes on the Headmaster. And the Headmaster is very similar to the other ones we've gotten, so he's in here, if you didn't notice already, sitting in the front of the cab. So you open these up, and there he is. There is a steering wheel right here. Can't really get his arms on it, but you can kind of pretend. You can see he's sort of holding that steering wheel. Not really, but we can pretend. So let's get him out here. And I do have an issue with this one. My leg pops off very easily. Or I guess G Tony's leg. But there he is. He looks basically identical to the others we've gotten. Now this can't be mounted in the Headmaster mode. It has to be in the head mode to put this on. So that's why they give you this little storage space back here, so you can put it away when you don't need it. So we'll just get that back on. There's a little tiny angled tab there. You're just going to slide this on top of that. Or maybe it's this way. There you go. And that just sits back there, and you can close that up. And here's this guy. Nice silver white paint. And for reference, here's Fans Hobby's Athena Headmaster, or Minerva. You can see they're the exact same mold, they're just painted differently. Quite a bit different paint, but literally the same mold all throughout. At least I can't see. The face sculpt is different, but everything else is identical on these. So, and that's been true throughout this series. They all have the same look for their Headmasters. And for a quick size comparison, there is Cap next to Ace Hitter and Athena, their versions of the other two. There's actually three. I only have two here. Nightwalker is the other one. And you can see the Headmasters all look the same. The car modes are very similar, at least in terms of size, right? Same length, basically same width. Obviously the truck is a little bit taller, but they did make it chibi to fit in. But they do kind of all match and fit together, so if you're looking for a set that goes together, it really does work. Alright, now let's get Cap transformed into his robot mode. Relatively simple and fun transformation, but there's a couple steps to watch out for. So let's get him ready. So go ahead and open this up, We'll take the gun out of here and just set that aside for now. Come to the back here, and if you have this stored, you can take that out, close that up, and we'll set that aside as well. And we'll start off with the arm. So go ahead and unplug this panel here and here. That'll allow you to lift up this panel. This came out, but this was tabbed in right here. So you can fold that up. You can lift up this panel here and fold that up. Unpeg the back of the truck from here, and actually you can just lift that up, and that frees this up. Go ahead and take this panel, rotate this around, fold this inwards, and that's going to fold down on the arm. Pull the arm outwards, and then pull down on the elbow. And there's one arm kind of out, and then take this panel and fold that on top of the wheel. All right, so same thing on this side. Go a little faster this time. Pull this out. Go ahead and lift this up. Unpeg this from here. Fold this panel up. Fold that panel up. Take this, fold it down, rotate it, close up this panel, and set that down on the arm. Pull the arm down and pull down at the elbow. All right, so there you go for the arms. Now we'll take care of this backpack. Go ahead and open up this panel here. This is going to fold inwards and store in there, and then you can close that back up. Take this backpack, that's going to fold onto his back. You do want to straighten up this here. So that's going to come straight down. There is a tab here, or a lock, but I'm not really sure what it's supposed to lock into. Might just be a rest, but anyway, get that folded down. Take the backpack, fold this over. This is going to come down and peg into there. Fold these panels in. Then take these and rotate these up, and there's a little tab right there, so it's just got to get past that. Same on this side, get past that. And there's your backpack. We'll get this straightened up after we do the legs. All right, so for the legs, go ahead and pull them apart first. And now we'll do each leg individually. Take the toe. The toe is tabbed in on the side, so you're just going to pull that out, and that'll allow you to rotate this down. And we can open up this panel here, unpeg this panel here, and let's see, let's close up this on that, on the outside. Fold the leg down like this, so you have a, you can see this is going to make the bottom of the leg, but this is going to come to the front and just sit like that. This wheel is going to collapse down on itself. It's going to sit just inwards, just so it's above off the ground where the foot's going to sit. Rotate that foot down. Go ahead and take and close this panel on the front. All right, next go ahead and take this panel, fold this down. Take the entire thing. There's a tab right there that's going to fit into that slot, so close that up. And then the last step here is to take this, fold this down. There's a tab right here that's going to go into the slot on that panel. So make sure you hit that. And you can straighten up the toe. And this is going to fit right on top here. So it kind of closes up back into a truck cab. And then rotate the leg 180 degrees, and that's one leg done. Actually, sorry, rotate the waist 180 degrees, not the leg. All right, now we've got to do this other one. So same thing, open up the panel. We can pull down the foot. Just get that out of the way. Open up this panel. This is going to fold upwards and sit just like that, so it can fit underneath there. There we go. And then open up this leg. Close down this panel. I'm going to take this and get this out of the way. Go ahead and close this up. Next, go ahead and take this wheel and accordion that down. Then take this and tab that into the wheel. And then finally take this panel, rotate that down, making sure to tab it into the front, and make sure this top panel got pegged. And we're now getting very close. And just straighten up those feet, straighten up the waist. There's the backpack. That's what it should look like. I don't see these tabs going into anything, so I think they just sit on the back there. But anyway, rotate the arms to the front, rotate the hands, and the finishing touch is going to, of course, be the Headmaster. So go ahead and take his legs, those, and I have one leg that falls off, but bend at the waist and then collapse the leg. And same on this side. Collapse the leg. And those are just going to sit like that. Here's the front. Make sure the arms are straight. Those are going to make the ears or the antenna. And then take this helmet. That's going to slide in. All right, and now you have this peg right here. That's going to peg into the top. So go ahead and get that into there. It's a pretty tight fit. Oh, there we go. And the last step here, go ahead and come to the bottom, and you're going to collapse these legs. It's really tight. It's just spring-loaded, but you got to push that in, and it should collapse down to there. So same on this side. Go ahead and collapse that down. It doesn't feel good, but there you go. All right, there you have Cap transformed into his robot mode. I did take the liberty of putting on the stickers while I was cleaning him up, so let's just take a look. You have one here on the arms, on the hip skirt here, on the front of the grill or the bumper here for the vehicle mode. If you open up these, you have a little dash, hard to see, but right there, and on the other side as well. On the inner knee, you have the little gold piece right there. Coming to the back, we have a little stickers on the ladder, 1, 2, 3, right there. And then there's another one internally. You don't really see it, but it's in the vehicle mode that'll show up. So those are all the stickers. Oh, and I guess there's one more right here on the center of the chest. And obviously you need a Autobot logo here, but if you open up the chest, you do have the gimmick there for the speed, strength, intelligence. You can see as you lift this up, that slowly, it has that gimmick where it hides it. So that's kind of cool. And then there's a sticker right there with the colors. I don't know if I love that one. That's the only one I don't really like. But the rest of them look good. I just wish they were tampos. I don't love having to apply my own stickers, especially for Masterpiece figures. I guess for the price point, it's fair, but I do wish they were just tampos. They would look a little bit nicer. But there you go. He's a really nice looking robot mode. Let's put the cartoon image there if I can find one. I think they did a good job on the look of this. Here's the back, nice and clean. He does have this ladder hanging down, so it makes sense. Overall, pretty nice looking. You do get his gun here, so this is what we had stored. Go ahead and pull out on the front here, and then you pull down on this handle. It has a rail system similar to the rest, and just slides down into the hand. Nice little system. I like that design. And there you go. He can be blasting some Decepticons. Really looks good. Let's go over his articulation. So the head is on this Headmaster head, so you get a little bit up, more down than up. I kind of wish it would go up a little more because it just, some poses, especially if you have his ab crunch engaged, it's a little too low. So I do wish that head went up a little bit more, but you can rotate all the way around and a little bit of side to side. The shoulders rotate all the way around, although a little bit hindered by the backpack, but you can get it, work it around there. Goes up to the side, reverse butterfly joint, but no forward butterfly joint. Rotation at the bicep. It does have a double jointed elbow. There's one inside, and then there's one right here. Unfortunately, due to the sculpt, you only get 90-degree bend, even though you've got the double joint there. Rotation at the wrist. Single pinned hands, all connected. Rotation at the waist. Ab crunch here at the mid abs, so that's cool. You do have hip skirts here. I don't love them. They get in the way, and they also get caught up on the abs here. So if you're trying to rotate, it's just not a good system. They collide with this, especially if you have to. Uh-oh. And this one just broke off. So you can see it's a very, very, very thin That's unfortunate. I'm going to have to tell G Tony. But because of the design, it's a very limited space to rotate here. So you just got to be careful. Even if this is in 1/4 inch in the wrong position, you can't move this. And I guess I moved it while it was in the wrong position. So that's unfortunate. Although without that hip skirt, you can now put the leg up. You can move the leg much more forward and back, out to the side. I don't know, kind of silly, a little disappointing. Rotation at the thigh. Double jointed knee, but again, the lower joint only moves that much. The upper joint only moves that much. So you really don't even get 90 degrees, even though or I guess you get 90, but you don't get past 90, even though you have a double joint. So again, not good utilization of the double joint. You have ankle tilt all the way this way on a ratchet, this way on a ratchet, forward and backward on a ratchet. And for size comparison, there's Cap next to Ace Hitter and also a Masterpiece Blue Streak here just for a sense of scale. He is a little bit taller than this Carbot, almost the same size, but he does have a little bit more height. I think that makes sense. On the show, he was a bigger, slightly bigger character, so looks good and it makes sense. So final thoughts on the Fans Hobby Cap. Let's start with the positives. I think the robot mode looks really nice. I also like the truck mode. It's just it's got a lot of little features and accessories. You can store everything. You can store the gun. You can sit the guy on the ladder or inside. That's really cool. It does look nice with the rest of the set. The Ace Hitter and Athena and probably Nightwalker as well, which I don't have here. So that's a nice look. You can kind of have them all together on your shelf. I do like the weapon. I do like the look of the stickers, but I kind of wish they put those on. So negatives wise, it does seem like a little bit of a cheapness to not give you tampos and just make you put the stickers on. Also, obviously, I had this break here. This is a very, very cheap and thin piece of plastic here. And actually, you can barely move this hip skirt out of the way. So it really kind of hinders the movement there. I did mention it to G Tony, but I would actually think this works better without the hip skirt. So I'm just going to take these off. Now probably removing this is going to break it just because it seems like it's such a thin piece of plastic. But that is a kind of disadvantage. That's a very tight hip skirt there. And I was just talking about breaking figures, and here I am. I broke another figure on his hip skirt there. But besides that, I really like it. I do recommend it. I think it's a really cool version of Cab or Hosehead, whatever you call him. And I mean, just overall kind of a fun little figure. So that's really it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review, and we'll see you next time.